Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, Jennifer Evans, and I have with me my lovely panelists. Panelists, say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Hi,
All right,
everybody.
we got it. So we last week we talked about 10 qualities women love in masculine men. Today we're going to finish that off, and the last four, and then add 12 qualities men love in feminine women. Oh wow. Okay, so um, everybody's ready.
Before we get started, guys, how's everybody
Yep.
doing?
Doing great.
Doing
Good,
good?
good, good.
That's good.
Everybody enjoyed their weekend? Cuz, you enjoyed your
Yeah.
weekend, cuz?
Yeah, I went to our great aunt's
Oh, I
birthday
heard
party.
about that. How was it?
It was a great aunt's birthday party. Great.
The great aunt's birthday party was great. All right, cuz, take it away. I would just get
All
ready.
right. Okay. Okay. All right. So we started. We left off with we're on number seven, and seven would be being ambitious and proactive. So let's go
You
with
don't want
that.
to give a recap real quick of what happened?
I don't remember the last six.
Just a quick recap for especially for Joe Ash who joined it. We were doing 10 qualities that uh it was 10 qualities that I believe men love in women, and we was trying to see if the ladies on the call have those 10 qualities. I think that's what it was, right? No,
No. What? That women love in
women love in
masculine men.
masculine men. There you go. 10 qualities women love in
Yeah.
masculine men. So we on number 7. All right, here we go. Is everybody ready?
Now, number seven is being ambitious and proactive. All right. Women do not like complacent men. Women do not like men who aren't trying to do anything with themselves. So if you're not the most ambitious guy, and I'm not going to tell you to be something that you're not, right? You still want to be a proactive guy. You still want to be a guy who doesn't have to always be told what to do. You want to be aware enough to recognize when things need to be done. If you're with your girl and you see she's having car problems, don't wait for her to ask you or tell you, yo, can you help me with my car? Be a man and say, hey, I see you got an issue. Let me help you out. Let me see what I can do here. All right. And it's not automatically you got to pay for it because that's a whole nother discussion. But you're trying to help. You're essentially trying to take burdens off of her back as best as you can.
That was it. Okay. Okay. So, ladies, do you agree that if a man takes initiative, that's a quality that you value?
Yeah, it's very attractive when he does something without being told to do it.
Yeah, I agree as well. In certain situations, it would be very manly of them to volunteer or, take a step ahead of women. But in some certain situations, like for me, like for example, in the kitchen, when I'm having a mess up, I don't expect the husband to come up and help at some point because that's kind of like my territory and he doesn't know much about it. So yeah, it depends on the situation as well.
Okay, I'm actually going to say I honestly do like an ambitious and proactive man. And I do agree with you, Jenny, in a way. It does have to be certain things, but I can do it myself. So to me, if he can take that off my plate, like when I was with dating my husband, my car window wouldn't roll down, and it was an electric car, whatever, electronic, whatever, and not like the rotary. So he told me that he could fix it, but I said I had to go to work, and he was like, "That's fine." So anyway, while I worked third shift, and while I was asleep for third shift, he actually fixed it. So when I got up and I was like, he brought back my car and he's like, "It's done." And I was like, "What? You fixed the window?" Oh wow, that was very attractive to me that he, did it. I mean, because I was ready to take it to the mechanic at some point. Mers, is your husband like this, or
Yes.
is
Yes,
he
that's what I
proactive?
like about him. He doesn't like being told what to do, so he always does things whenever he wants to, and he always asks if I'm okay, if I need help about something. And what I like about him is that recently he's being proactive about showing like thoughtfulness about how I feel. Like if I don't talk to him, he always asks me like, "Is there something wrong? Are you mad at me? Like, did I did something wrong?" So that's what I like about him.
Okay, okay. Shania, you looking for a proactive man,
Yeah, I think
ambitious?
definitely. I think it's a masculine trait. It's a nice trait for a guy to have. So yes, I do agree with the man.
But not take over. So let me ask you, Joash, do you take over? Like, do you have a girlfriend?
I am married
Oh,
for
married.
almost
Okay.
10 years. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you tell us some stuff. Are you
But
proactive and ambitious with your wife? Like in certain things, do you help her out around the house or do you do things intuitively? That's what it really
yeah,
what it
like
is.
the other day, our doorknobs, we just had to replace it. But I don't know how to replace it. And it's beyond me. So I hired a guy
My
to
man.
do it. So, in a sense, I'm proud that somehow it was my initiative to fix it and for her not to think about it anymore.
Okay. Everybody else be silent. Just Joash. Let me ask you this. Proactively, Joash, would you take
Okay.
out the garbage?
Oh, proactively?
Yes.
Mm, every night before we had our helper. Right now we have a helper. I hired a
My man.
helper, so that's for me proactive. And yeah, before I used to be told that it's already evening, you have to take it out before you sleep. And there will be times that I would forget because of the other things that
My
I
man.
do. But yeah, we worked on it. So because I used to forget, I hired a helper.
My
Oh
man.
wow. Okay, well then I mean you take it as long
Hold
as it's
on, man.
taken
She
out.
tried to set you up,
That's
bro. She tried to
Yeah.
set you up on that one. We talked about this last week. She tried
Thanks,
to
man.
set you up, brother. She tried to.
no, your
Okay.
answer
That's,
is your
that's why she
answer.
Oh,
said nobody else talk. She tried to set you up.
okay,
Well, I
that's a
was
cue.
meaning
Yeah,
Aaron.
she
I
didn't
didn't
want me
want
to influence you
because
on your answer. Funny thing today. Today, I was in the kitchen proactively washing dishes. Proactively washing dishes, my man. And my wife came in. She was like, I think I'm gonna go get the mail. I was like, oh, okay. She said, and you know what? I'm gonna take the garbage out too. And I looked at her. She looked at me, and I looked at her again. I said, hmm. And I just walked out the kitchen. She started bagging up the garbage. And in my mind, I'm like, should I say something? And then she kept doing it. And then she went to go get the bag for the other garbage bag to replace it. And she tied it up. And I was like, I'll put the other bag in. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Silent talk.
Yeah, I said, I got you. I told her that. I said, I got you. So I put the bag in the can. And she
Yeah,
went
but
and
even
oh wow.
some women do that. They just expect you to know what exactly is going on in your mind.
I was washing dishes, man. It didn't go. It didn't mix. It didn't mix.
You were
Yeah, I was
washing
washing
dishes.
dishes. I do wash dishes.
Like
Yeah, I
all
was
the
washing all the
dishes?
dishes. Actually, no,
All right,
I'm
cuz go
lying.
ahead.
I didn't wash all the dishes. I washed 90% of the dishes. She made some grits the other day, and I didn't have any, so she had to wash that herself.
Wow.
I'm not even no
You don't
no
have to.
comment. Okay. Let's move on to
I'm
number
proud. I'm
8.
proud of what I did, man. Number 8.
Now we got.
Okay. So number 8 is being able to hold
I
yourself
know a lot of
accountable when you only
complain
wash
about
90%.
women not holding themselves accountable, but we're not making this about the women right now. Regardless of whether a woman that you're dealing with holds herself accountable, you still need to hold yourself accountable. All right. Do not allow her unwillingness to accept responsibility for things cause you to do the same. That does not mean excuse her from taking responsibility. It does not mean accept her always putting everything on you. Don't get it twisted. But what I am saying is when you can recognize that, yes, you know what, I could have done this better. Yes, you know what, that was my bad. Yes, you know what, okay, I get it. I gotta improve in that area. You gotta be willing to do that. That's what a man does. That's what exudes masculine energy. Someone who can look himself in the mirror and say, you know what, all right, this is a problem area. I gotta work on this.
Okay, I really didn't too much like that he tried to point out that women don't hold themselves accountable. That's how what I got
Which
from
is
that.
true.
But oh, you said I don't, I don't agree with that. But so,
Hold on. Are you
ladies,
going to ask the ladies if they actually feel like women hold themselves accountable?
do you?
I
Do you feel? Ladies? Do you feel like we
love
hold
to hear
ourselves
this one.
accountable, or
It should go
we
both
let things
ways.
That's
slide?
not the question,
It should go
Jenny.
both
Jenny,
ways.
the question is, do women hold themselves accountable? Not does it go both ways? So
Yes,
women do hold themselves accountable.
of course.
Yeah, I do.
Uh, Kathy, you hold yourself accountable? Be honest.
Yes, I do.
Mercedes, you do?
Yes, especially at housework.
Especially in housework. Joash, do you believe women hold themselves accountable? I
They
said, do
should be.
women hold themselves accountable?
Well, generally, not
Yes.
everybody.
Thank you. I appreciate you, my brother.
Well, we can say the same thing about men.
Right? Yeah, I think that's something that like is more so with
No,
individuals.
I disagree.
I don't think you can just do a broad sweep, like a broad stroke, and say women don't hold
I
themselves
disagree with that
accountable.
statement,
Like,
host.
well,
Generally
hey,
speaking, women don't hold
hey,
themselves accountable. Generally speaking, men hold themselves accountable more so than women do. Generally,
give an example.
just even apologizing to one another. Generally speaking, women don't play fair. Joash, I'll let you take away on this one, man, because I don't want my voice to always be the voice for men. You agree with me, so do you have an example?
Yeah. Well, I think they would do things they feel competent about without asking or letting the guy know in a relationship. Like they got this, so like I got this. I don't have to, you know, let somebody know or have myself accountable. Yeah, than men. Men,
I don't think that that was what. I don't.
Let me
I
finish
don't
though.
think that that's
Let my
that
man
was.
finish. Go ahead, Joash.
so
You want a
so
specific
yeah,
example?
Jenny, a specific example. Okay. At home, when it comes to finances,
Talk to me.
so talk to me. So women are more detailed. Like when you ask them where the money went, they would know generally than men. So they're more into, this is for me, this is my observation, they are more administrative when it comes to men who see the big picture and get things done on a macro level. So I think, as an example, women would be um, confident of that fact and sometimes do some decisions without consulting or just having a feedback. What do you think about this? They would just go on with it. That's for me. That's my example. Finance, like, especially if it's not so capital expense, but nearing capital expense, they would just go about it, and
All right.
yeah,
All right,
it's
I'm gonna
done.
flip it around because at the end of the day, the point of all of this is not if women are held accountable for what they do, is more or less what men, and we can spend hours upon hours um going about if women are held accountable or not. Um, some women are deceived and naive, and that's cool too. And we, as men, we just pray for them. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
As are some
I
men.
got you.
at,
Got
Mm.
you.
at, at the end of the day, the question really just is men held accountable. Or so on the flip side, Joash, do you feel like real quick? Do you feel like when you're wrong or whenever you do something and you step up to the plate and admit, yo, I took a L on this one. I'm gonna do better. Do you do that in your marriage? Who does it more, you or your wife? Yeah, whenever somebody's wrong or whatever the case may be, so the person steps up and be like, yo, my bad. I didn't do that. I'm sorry. I'll do better. Do that more,
It's
right?
me. It's a man. Yeah, I do it more.
Okay, we rest our case.
Really? You rest your case on Joash?
Spoke live and proof, man. Spoke live and proof.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but
Okay.
what's your thoughts on that, Jenny? I'm curious.
No,
Well,
I think
yeah,
that. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Jenny. Yes, go ahead.
I
Oh, okay.
I could agree in some level because my husband like sometimes complains about me not being able to say sorry when we have arguments. But I do like make up for it. Like in I do something for him. I'm not very vocal about saying like I'm sorry and all that, but I do make up for it in some ways. So I guess we're even.
I wasn't
Is
expecting
saying
that.
sorry that hard?
He wasn't
Just
expecting
a
it.
word. You can just say.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's hard to hold yourself accountable if you messed up. I don't think it's something that just all men do and all
I'm not
women
saying
don't.
that.
But Mers, do you apologize? Do you hold yourself accountable? Do you apologize? Which one? Oh wow. Do you apologize more often or does your husband apologize more often? I guess this is where
I
we're at right
agree
now.
with what you said,
When you're
all of
wrong.
you said. My husband apologized more than me. And if I have like a mistake, like what I do is just I hug him back. Like and then it's over. Like I
What?
yeah, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
I
that's not
can
apologizing,
to
man.
actually louder than
Yeah, that's
words,
That's
how
manipulation.
that's
Yeah, that's not
how
That's
apologizing.
not.
yeah, that's why I agree with all of you.
yeah, I just hug him.
Yeah,
Then it's
that's
Well,
right.
for
over.
you,
It's like being sweet, having peace offering, like doing something for him, like cooking for him. And that
I serve
yeah,
him
that's right.
food.
And then that's over. So I get you. I get what you're saying. And I agree with that.
so you, hold
So your husband comes to you and says, "I'm sorry," and you cook a good dinner for him. When that's your you do works different works
Yeah.
or whatever to as your
It,
apology. Is that what you're saying? He verbalizes and you do
yeah,
acts
that's
of
right.
service.
It's more of
That's
like
right.
action speaks louder when it comes to women. Yeah.
no, no, it doesn't. No.
Wow, I'm gonna have to mute y'all's mics.
Just because you don't agree, you said no, and then all the ladies are disagreeing with you. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, I don't think
You
I
stand on
mean
you
that's
standing on the
there.
hill alone. Yeah,
I'll stand
stand
on it.
alone.
That's okay. So, but we all agree as women, the women on here, that attractive man, um, one of the qualities is him holding himself accountable when he's wrong. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And Joash and Aaron, y'all just believe you always do this, so
How about you,
that's why
Yeah,
you're
Shania?
married.
hold on. Before I just want to make this statement. I, I'm
She
not
said, "Yeah."
saying that all women don't apologize. But we said our specific statement was generally. So generally means there's a big population of women, more women than most, would generally not apologize. They would not say the word "I'm sorry." They would rather just move on. And so that's the reason why Mercedes, that's the reason why Jenny, instead of saying "I'm sorry, my bad," and be responsible, take ownership of what they did, they'd rather cook and do something else to throw us off the fact that. And the thing about it is, generally speaking, men don't even care half the time. It's just say sorry and keep it moving. It's not that big of a deal. So some guys will be like, "All right, cool. She made me something to eat." Like that's not saying I'm sorry, but because I don't want to be petty, I'm just gonna move on. Am I right, Joash? My man.
Exactly right.
So you think your story is more
Same.
important than doing something good
Communication is always more
back?
important. Sometimes the doing good is not even.
But you're doing action for the other person, like yeah, you're doing an act of service. It's still a way of
That's not an act of
communication.
service. You probably had to eat that day anyway. You probably was gonna cook anyway.
No, because when I'm mad, I don't cook anything or I don't
Who
serve
the
him.
question? The thing is not about you
Wow.
being mad. Who cares if
I
you
don't do
mad?
the usual stuff for
You
him.
probably don't have a reason to be mad. You know what I mean? The thing is, taking ownership of what you did wrong or what you said wrong. So just
See,
not saying
I
I'm
agree.
sorry is not just because you cooked. You probably had to cook that day anyway. That doesn't mean that because you cooked, you don't get cool points for that, Mercedes. I would rather you say I'm sorry.
I agree. I agree on that. I agree. I'd rather starve and well not starve, but yeah, I don't agree with acts of service um instead of yeah, communication. Yeah. But then
Because it
again, I
doesn't
will
make
say I'm
any
sorry.
sense if I'm still mad and I'm still not okay with what they've
I'm not agreeing that all women, most women do it. Just saying that I agree with
case
what
to
you're
case,
saying.
of course. Yeah,
Huh?
it's a case to case basis.
Nah,
Depends on the
we
situation.
I'm not letting y'all get away with that. Most generally speaking, most women do not take ownership for the things that they do. Generally speaking, I'm not saying that there's no woman.
Now Kathy's shaking her
I'm
head.
not
Yeah,
saying
it's
that
Yes.
true.
it's a true statement though. I
I'm a
mean, like
woman
you
and
you
I do agree with that.
generally speaking, for now, I'm not saying that all women are like that, but I'm saying generally speaking, women don't take ownership for certain things they do. You listen. Let me tell y'all. Can y'all want to hear a funny story? And there's no way, shape, or form. I know cousin grew up in the Charlotte area, right? Today, just side note. Today I was on the internet, and right before my eyes, after the girls got off of work earlier today, I was just sitting there and I'm watching, and all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of males on this TV show. I'm looking in the name of the show, and the guys was having this conversation. They said, "Yo, man, the best side chicks are in Charlotte," and I'm like, "What?" And they said all the best side chicks are in Charlotte. Matter of fact, they got a TV show about it. And I said, "What are you talking about?" And then the guys was like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" And they said, "Go onto YouTube and type in side chicks from Charlotte." And there's a whole TV
What?
show of a whole bunch of side chicks from Charlotte.
Technically, I am on the outskirts of Charlotte in a different city. Let us clarify.
So my point in saying all that is, I don't know, cousin, the mentality of the woman out there, you've been maybe brainwashed or influenced your co-inhabitants out there in Charlotte.
That's a whole
They
different
were saying
topic.
that sometimes the side chicks be mistaking themselves as being the main chick instead. But all right, let's move on.
I don't know. Yeah, next would be 9 and 10, which are being a protector and
This is now
provider.
2 and 1. Masculine traits that women love to see in men: being a protector and provider. All right. When we say the word protector, don't only think physical. Now, listen, if you don't feel confident in yourself as being a protector physically, then work on it. Hit the gym. Go take a self defense class. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the things that help enhance you in those areas So you are at least more confident about your ability to handle any incoming threats. You want to equip yourself with the ability to protect not just the woman, yourself, your kids, if you ever have them, or if you do have them. You want to at least be confident or have some level of ability. Go beyond the physical. Protecting your woman and being a man who exudes masculine energy is also protecting her emotionally, protecting her spiritually. All right. It's caring for her well being and making sure that you stand in the gap of any kind of threat that comes her way, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever it is, that you are up for the challenge of defending your partner. That's how you have to think of protecting. Go beyond just the physical aspect of it. And this same principle applies to when we talk about providing. Because yes, whenever we hear providing, we think money. And I do believe that we as men should strive to excel in that area that we can provide financially. At the very least, being financially stable. Get to a place where you can stand on your own 2 feet and be financially stable. Move past it, you can provide for a partner. But providing goes beyond monetary. It is providing emotionally, mentally. It is, again, caring for your woman. It is making sure she's good. You can learn how to fix certain things for her. You want to be resourceful. And that's how you can still be a provider for your partner, for a woman, is by learning how to be a resourceful man that lessens the burden that she has to take. And when you have that capability, you will exude a masculine energy that she is going to respect, love, and honor. All right.
All right, protector and provider. What are your thoughts on that, Shania? Is that is that attractive to you in a
Yeah,
man?
it is, and I think it should be ranked as the first, like most important quality a man should have, because most women tend to go for men who are protectors and providers. So, as a man, you should have that quality.
Which one? You're saying both of those qualities? Can he be a protector and not have everything together to be a provider, or he has to have both of them? As far as you're saying that those are like number one.
Like, how are you going to like have your a family when you can't protect nor provide them? Like, they're both important qualities.
Okay, Kathy,
I agree with Shania.
what do you
You
think?
have to have both. You have to protect and provide. You can't just have one if you want to have a family.
So what I like what he said as far as being a protector, it's not necessarily just the rah rah. He doesn't have to have, even though he said go to the gym, but it's more so to me more important to be a protector of my emotions, like be in tune with my the things that of my interest, protecting my home front, making sure everything is here is going to be safe for us. Not necessarily because my husband now he keeps in shape. He runs 6 miles on the weekends and stuff like that. He keeps himself in shape, but I definitely wouldn't want him to like fight somebody if they said the wrong thing to me or whatever. I'm more so for him protecting our homestead and my emotions and our children and things like that. Mers, how do you feel as far as that, as being a protector? Are you more so interested in them being physically? Is your husband physically fit? Like, is he an MMA fighter or what?
Yeah, I mentioned before that he was in the army before, and that was his I think that was one of the reasons why I was attracted to him, because he can protect me. I share this with Aaron before, that I tend to be robbed when I walk down the street. So maybe that's the reason why,
You
robbed
tend to
all the
be?
time when I walk down the street. Yeah. And it
What?
gives me a lot of trauma before
Wow.
when I was single. So probably that's the reason why God
Yeah, I
gave
bet.
me this kind of man, this type of man, to protect me. And he taught me how to use a gun and everything. So Yeah, that's a cool points for me.
Okay. Nobody, all the robbers hear her out. She knows how to use a gun. She's equipped now. What about you, Jenny? How's your husband?
I definitely agree that it's very attractive for a man to be protective and be a provider as well. And being protective doesn't only mean being physically fit to defend you and the kids as well, but like protecting you from anyone who would be um, saying bad things about you, harassing you or whatever. Um, I guess that's it.
Even, and I'm gonna say, even with that, like I said, to me it's emotions, like protecting, being able to what was that before, it was one of the other ones, being able to have some restraint, like as far as like when we get into an argument, being able to know that if I go off, hold his tongue and maybe not come after me in a way that would uh be harmful to me. You get what I'm saying, Joash? How do you protect your wife?
So recently, I just God maturing me and all of this stuff, coaching and mentoring. I learned that the most valuable protection a man could give to his wife is to protect her from himself, from his tendencies. So it was really one of the big chunks that I had to be self aware and work on, because yeah, all these physical stuff it's given, but it's really the emotional, how we leave the legacy emotionally. That's what stays, and that's what's most important for me. But of course, protect, walking on the danger side when you're on the street, and things like that. But yeah, for me, that's what I'm seeing. I need to work on as a man, really. My tendencies, protect her, hold my tongue, things like that.
Yeah.
Go on a see a bathroom for 5 minutes, and anyway, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, even when, I mean, to me, when I think I'm going to say to the married ladies, and then Shania and Kathy, when you have a significant other, like when I get dressed up, honestly, if 50 men out on the street say, give me compliments, honestly, that's great. Yay. But if my husband is like, oh, what you got on? That will deflate me more than if any guy, another person, because he holds my heart. I mean, that's where, so I think that these, it was 10 qualities. When we're looking at the 10 qualities of men, I know that my single friends, they always look for tall men, like the things that they think that they want in men, like a tall man. I'm like, I'm 5 foot 1 3/4, right? And most of my friends are not much taller than I am. Um, and I'm like, why do you need a 6'3" man? Like, you can literally wear 4-inch heels at 5'1" and get a 5'10" man and be still shorter than him, still have to get on your tiptoes. It's like we look for all these aesthetics, when really, when you're into a marriage, when you're looking for something long term, it's the 10 qualities that we've, like, them protecting you, them being able to have some restraint, them being a man of their words. You can have a tall, handsome, good looking man, and he stay out in the streets, he tells you, oh, I'll be back, and or I'll do this, and not be reliable, not be a protector, not be a provider. And all those things are like, they don't matter. Being tall, dark, and handsome, or tall, light, and handsome, all that stuff does not matter when you're, honestly, for long-term relationships. So to me, like, these 10 qualities, they really, if you're really looking for a quality partner in a long-term relationships, these are what the qualities that we should all be looking for. Or, and at least in some of them, we can strive as women to have in ourselves, which goes to the next thing that I didn't necessarily look at, but it says we're gonna go on to the qualities men love in feminine women. And just women. I mean, I think just women. Not necessarily. Does it have to be I mean, a woman is feminine. Isn't that like a double entendre?
That's not a true statement.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
all women
say
are feminine.
Aharon. Okay. So instead of playing the recording, we're just going to go over this. The first one is kindness. Okay? So it says in here that this is a biggie. Is she kind? Because if she's not, it ain't going to work. The trouble is that everyone is nice to you in the beginning. In the first blush of romance, when everything is new and fun and easy, everyone puts their best foot forward. So I've learned to pay attention to how a woman, this is from a man, I'm reading this, treats other people versus me. Okay, so is she polite to the waiter at the restaurant? Does she badmouth her exes, her coworkers, her friends and family? How does she treat strangers or pets even? You can tell a lot about a person by the way they treat others. Joash, is that how when you were looking at your wife, did you notice how did she complain a lot about her coworkers, or does she see the bright side in things? I guess because people you want to vent now I vent to my husband, but also does she see the bright side of things? Do you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I got.
Say,
Is
is
that
your
how
wife
your wife
kind?
is?
Yes, yep. I was attracted to that quality. Yeah,
Oh
she is
yeah,
positive.
So so
yeah. I think.
I
Go ahead.
actually complain more, but anyway.
so cuz are all the ladies on this call kind? Would y'all all consider yourselves
I
kind?
mean, from as far as I know, yeah. Would you, Shania? You think you're kind? You seem kind.
I think so. I do vent sometimes, but I think I'm kind.
Yeah, outside of venting, right? We're gonna say that's what I'm gonna. That's why I said that. Outside of venting, like if you get bad food at a restaurant, I mean, you're gonna
So
say
do you
something.
badmouth
But
your exes?
outside,
No, I don't.
Kathy, do you?
I don't have any, so I
You don't
can
have
talk
any
about
exes?
them.
You never had a boyfriend?
No, no.
We're gonna leave that one right there. Yeah, just I'm gonna let that one go. You just said on the last episode some crazy stuff, but we're gonna let that one go. What about you, Mercedes?
I
Do
don't
you badmouth your ex?
know. I just rant with my current boyfriend if that's the case. But for everybody else, no, I just keep it to myself.
So you don't talk bad about your coworkers or your boss to your husband.
No,
You don't talk about.
I do rant, but after I get all out of the issues, then I'm good. Like I tend
Jenny,
to
so
see
Jenny, she just complains about you and me.
no. No, about the topics, yeah, but not necessarily you because I had different jobs back then. So yeah, I usually rant,
So
but
she is saying she talks about me. Yeah.
no.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like I'm just
I
joking.
heard that. Yeah, I'm gonna read these because I want to move through them quickly, and it does sound kind of weird for a female to read them. So number two is
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. There is something so sexy about a woman who is witty, educated, thoughtful, who can hold her own in any conversation. And I don't necessarily mean book smarts or academic knowledge. I'm more interested in wisdom, street smart, sense of humor, emotional intelligence. A woman who likes to ponder life's deepest questions, who will sit with me under the stars and talk all night about the mysteries of the universe. Joash, is that your type of woman?
Wow. Yeah, it's really attractive. Someone who could hold conversation with you, and that's correct. The woman needs not to be a nerd or be into technical details, but just to hold herself in conversation, hold a conversation, and juice out some of the wisdom that and the insights she could bring.
So let's ask the ladies, do y'all do that now with your husbands? Y'all have intelligent conversations? Jenny, I'm gonna start. Jennifer Cuzzo, I'm gonna start with you because I know your husband. He goes in at times and talk. So,
My husband is a nerd.
so do you have
Straight
any
up.
conversations with him?
Straight up. Yeah, yeah. We go. I mean, he knows his stuff. I know my stuff, and yeah, we have great conversations. So
And
and
debates. Got you.
debates.
What about you,
Yeah.
Jenny?
Oh wow. Honestly, I wish I could do that with my husband because yeah, I mean we're not of the same wavelength, but I do it with my female friends. I pick
You said
friends
your who
and like
friends?
Female.
female friends.
We
Female.
don't care about the fee. We talk about a man and woman.
Mm, no.
No. So that's so this is what men desire from women. So you need to get on the page of you talking to your husband. Shania, what about you?
Well, I can't say because I haven't
You
been
in-
talking to
you haven't been in a
guys right
relationship?
now. Oh, yeah, I have. And we've had such conversations, but right now I have maybe my female friends.
All right, nobody cares about your female friends conversation. You talk about male conversations, like you sitting on the phone till 2, 3 in the morning, besides saying I love yous, having some real deep, interesting conversation. You never had that before?
I have
Recently? Or when you was like
recently,
47?
no.
It's been a while?
Yeah, it's been a while.
What about you, Kathy?
No, but I would love to.
No? But you would love to. Oh man. Mercedes, what about you?
Yeah, honestly, not all men desire to have conversation, especially emotional conversation. My husband is, he doesn't like drama. He doesn't like.
How is you how this is about what men find attractive in women. So do you just like to, because sometimes men don't like to have emotional and dramatized conversation. It's just, do you like to have, are you willing to have conversations with him and be able to give some intelligent input on whatever it is that he's talking about?
Yeah,
Not what you want to talk about, what he wants to talk about. This is what men find attractive.
when it comes to his own topics, like what he
Hmm.
interests, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
he does like that,
Converse with.
and I'm open with that. Yeah.
Nice. All right, number 3, open mindedness. Nobody likes to be told that they're wrong, whether male or female. It is a big turnoff. Grown men aren't looking for someone who has all the answers, who has everything all figured out. They want a woman who's playful, curious, and open minded, who doesn't judge or condemn. She's not set in her ways. She's open to other perspectives. Joash, talk to me.
This is nice because this is where you notice how the person of the opposite sex or your significant other processes things, and values will show up in the process of having this conversation. So this is a good thing, being open to new things rather than being closed and really stuck somewhere. She is open to you know to consider at least an opinion and an idea that is not uh, like hers or not her favorite ideas tendency.
Gotcha,
That's
gotcha. Kazo, what about you? Are you open minded?
Uh,
That's a
sure.
no. You're not open minded?
No, I'm yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm if I don't know something, and I mean, I want to learn. I love to learn, so I'm open minded. If I'm now go, oh, well, yeah, I'm open minded, but I also know myself. I'm on number 4 too, so I know what I know,
That's not
and
what we're
you
saying.
know,
What's the
I
turn
mean,
off?
I know
We're saying
God
what's
is
the turn
God.
off? If you know everything or you have all the answers, or you come across like you got everything all figured out. when you don't want to apologize.
I'm sure that would be a turnoff because that's a
Right.
turnoff to me as well.
So,
So,
so
so I don't know all the
you are
answers. I'm
open
open
minded.
minded. Yes.
All right, one more.
Yeah.
Let's go with Mercedes. Are you open minded?
Yes, I tend to be curious a lot and I tend to ask questions a lot. And I believe in the saying that if you stop asking, if you think that you know everything, then you will not learn in life. You will just stay at where you are. So I do believe in open-mindedness and I love that in people.
When the last time you and your husband was playful with each other?
Playful about, like, in what sense?
I don't know. When the last time y'all played was playful with each other?
In what sense?
It was the same thing for me. I'm like playful, like play what? I had the same question in my
Y'all don't
mind
play
too.
with each other or anything
I,
Play,
at all?
like, do something together, like what we like hobbies. Is that what you're asking?
It says here they want a woman who's playful, curious, and open minded, who doesn't judge or condemn.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
I'll give you an example. Want me to give you an example?
Yeah.
Like, usually during the daytime when my wife is in there working, I'll come in there and do something playful with her, like while she's not paying attention, like just touch her or maybe tickle her or kiss her on her neck or something like that. And just like what Jennifer said earlier, usually when other men will, you know, uh, say something to compliment you, it's really like your husband that really. So I know when I do certain things, I do it just to see her light up. You know what I mean? To see that she have a big smile on her face and she's, just playful in that regard. She'll do the same thing with me if I was sitting right here and I was the cameras off and everything. She'll come give me a quick massage or just just be playful. You know what I mean? Like just touching each other or whatever. Just not, and it doesn't mean sexually. I'm just saying like just being playful with each other.
Yeah, he does that when he goes off from work. Yeah, so he logged off, he turned off his PC and he hugs me during the mornings. So he does that,
All
yeah.
right, cool. That's what playful meant though, yeah. Number 4, she knows what she stands for, what she's like, and what she doesn't. She isn't trying to be anyone else. She doesn't live her life based on the opinions of her friends, her mother, or some fashion magazine. She doesn't need to go find herself. She had enough life experience to know who she is and what she wants. And for men, we think that is sexy. Kathy, you know what you want? You know yourself?
Yeah, I do. I don't have to follow someone to be myself.
Okay. Shania, you know yourself as well?
Yeah, I do. I can't be influenced negatively by other people. I know, I know myself.
So, do you ever talk to your friends about relationships and things of that nature? Do you ever get advice from them? Do they have an influence in your life?
Yeah,
I'm asking you
I
two, 'cause
mentioned.
you two are young. Y'all watch Twitter and TikTok and all of that stuff. Y'all, I've had conversations with y'all, which I know that y'all are influenced by different cultural norms and things of that nature. So I'm asking this question because I want to see if y'all influence each other in that way,
In a positive way.
in a positive way only. So what about fashion, Jenny? Uh like, do you know yourself? Are you into fashion? Are you influenced by what you see on what other people? Are you comfortable with?
I feel like I got it all together, I believe. But I don't copy like um for example, I see something that's in fashion, and everybody wears it, or everybody has this accessory or this and that. I don't copy it as long as I'm comfortable with what I wear, and that's all that matters.
Gotcha.
I don't.
Gotcha. I'm gonna move on because I want to get through with these. Number five is express herself. Men admire a woman who shares her thoughts and feelings, who says what's on her mind. That doesn't necessarily mean she's a big talker. She might be quiet and introverted, but she finds healthy ways to express herself. She might communicate through body language, through painting, cooking, or poetry, or maybe when she's out on the dance floor, through rhythm and movement. But whatever her method of or medium, when she is in it, she comes alive. Her inner world comes pouring out of for all the world to see, expressing herself. Jennifer, Cuzzo, do you express yourself?
Weren't you here for my carnival?
I was hoping you didn't. Bring,
I like
I was
arts
hoping you
and
didn't bring
crafts.
that up.
Guess what though, you guys? So I like arts and crafts. Even like right now, my husband bought a train. We have like a train, and I made a tunnel for the train. I have like houses. I made different things. We made a waterfall with a little pond. I like arts and crafts, and so does my husband. Actually, he likes to help with stuff like that. So that's my judge. Like when I get into that, your mom and dad were like laughing at me because they were like, "You don't celebrate Christmas. You didn't celebrate Christmas before, and you're doing all this stuff." But it's more so the arts and crafts part of it that I really get into. I like beautification, and I like saying, "Oh, I made this. Like I did this." Like I like with clothes expressing myself. I like thrifting because then when somebody says, "Oh, that looks good," I'm like, "I paid $2 for this." And it looks
Proudly.
good. Like I got a deal and you still like it, you know. I just yeah, I get a thrill. Couponing too. Shout out to Carm.
The reason
I like
why I
all
said
that
I
stuff.
was
Yeah.
hoping that you didn't make that statement was only because I know that you do like all of that things, and I think you are. You're good at it. I was, and particularly when you said we was out there and I seen it firsthand. I was talking about the nose that you made and all the heat that you got afterwards. But we're gonna keep that on the side note. Mercedes, what about you, Mercedes?
I express myself through words. So I tend to
The
be,
words.
yeah, I tend to be emotional. And that's where me and my husband clashes because he's not emotional. He doesn't like drama,
All right, but do you do poetry or something like that? Like, do you express yourself through some sort of medium or like that?
like through painting. Yeah,
So you do it through painting.
yeah.
So when the last time you painted? When the last time you expressed yourself?
I am still doing like a one whole large piece. Like every day, if I get stressed, I come back to it and do some stuff. But it's not
So
yet
why don't
done.
you do that? Do that to get him to have a conversation with you. Let him talk about the painting once you do it. That could be a way for y'all two to communicate and talk.
He's not
If
that
you want,
artistic.
it's not. You can ask him what he see in the picture. Like that's just a way to start a conversation off. Even if it's corny. You can say, hey, I'm not into this, but he can still give you his thoughts. All right, number six, down to earth. Men want women who savors the little things. A woman who knows what really important in life: family, friendship, love, and connection. Shania, is that you? You down to earth? You down to earth?
Um, I am not sure, but I have some of those qualities. Yeah, I'm working on myself still.
You working on it? Kathy, are you down to earth?
Not really. I
Oh,
don't define myself as set.
oh man. Look, I don't want to throw shots at y'all, but is this the reason why y'all single?
That's
It's not that.
my
Hey, Jenny, are you down to earth?
I am very down to earth. I'm just a very simple girl. Like I, my husband likes me this way. Like I always laugh at his jokes, even if it's very corny. And like I like simple things in life. So I'm low maintenance.
Okay. Joash, would you consider down to earth being low maintenance, or would you consider down to earth just being like down to earth, like chilling, like somebody who just down to ride with you?
Yeah, and the just chilling, not the
Right.
low maintenance.
I agree too. To me, somebody down to earth is somebody who just down to roll with you, like even if you ain't doing nothing, just to go kick it. You know what I mean? And do some of the other things. That's what to me down to earth means. Just savor the little things, like just going.
You don't have to take me to expensive restaurants, or I can just go to the one of the hole in the wall eateries out there, and I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's just being down to earth. Just going to get some ice cream and just sit and chill, and not having to try to be extra romantic, like the hopeless romantic that Mercedes is. But just sit in the house and kick it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife
Yep.
say to me, like sometimes I'll be in the room chilling, and I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And she just, I just want to be around you. Like even if I just want to be in a room with you, even though I'm not trying to do it, I just want to be around you. And I'll be sitting there myself saying, "This is so corny," but at the end of the day, I I take that as her saying that she want a little bit of attention, and we don't really got to do anything. You know what I mean? We can just be chilling. I watch TV together or something like that, and at the end of the day, I have to appreciate that as well. So, you know, that is one that sticks out to me. All right, we got three more. We're gonna knock these out. Actually, we got more than that, but let's knock them out. Number seven, confident. You can be confident without being egotistical. You can value yourself without belittling others. Real confidence comes from knowing yourself deep down and accepting who you are. Kathy, is that you?
Yeah.
You confident?
Yeah, I am
Now, is it?
super
You got
confident.
do you feel like you got an ego though?
Well, no.
Well, no. Joash, you like confident women?
Absolutely.
Okay.
A woman that knows what she wants, what she doesn't want. Not perfectly knows herself, but somehow she has that self awareness and capacity not to, um, take over another person. And you say egotistic, but she's just there. She's present. She knows what she exhibits or
Okay.
gives.
Number eight. It says here, comfortable in her own skin. I know so many women who not, will not, and cannot see themselves as beautiful. Instead, they look at themselves and see only their flaws, and in a highly exaggerated and magnified way. Is that any one of you ladies? Do y'all say, no, I'm not as beautiful as everybody else, and so on and so forth? That's you, Jenny? That's a turnoff, though. I understand. Men are saying that's a turnoff. We don't like that. You got to be comfortable in your own sin. Mercedes, is that you too? You were shaking your head. Are you agreeing with her?
Yeah, I agree with Jenny. Especially if you're a mother, you have these insecurities and everything.
I think you have to accept yourself where you're at. You can always when you know what the thing is right now you're looking back at when you were however young you were before pre-baby and you're saying, "Wow, gosh, if I only knew then, my body looked like that." And then when you get my age,
I could have
then
worn a
you're going to
tutu
be
back
looking at
then.
your age and then you're going to be like, "Wow, if I'd have known then." So you just have to accept who you are now and know that this is where to me, where I say when my husband, because we're all women, we're going to feel down on ourselves. But when your husband looks at you and he's, like, ooh, it's like, I got it. I'm good. Look at
I
Aaron.
didn't say
Yeah,
nothing. I hear you.
I got it. So regardless, I mean, there's There's a pot or whatever, a top for every pot or whatever. There's, yeah, yeah. Just be confident in yourself. Know that where you are right now, I mean, I've gained weight and I literally can't fit some of my clothes, but I'm like, still, I still look good. And not even, not to look good for having or being my age or having as many kids as I have. Just, this is what I have. So if I don't like it, how can I expect anybody else to? So love yourself. Yeah,
Be
be
confident,
confident.
lady.
That's all you got. You ever seen those heavy set women that wear the little sorry, heavy set women that wear the little
Waist
what do you
shapers,
call those little short
the waist
shirts?
shapers.
Who? Not waist shapers, no. Like, have you ever seen a heavier set woman that's like wearing
Yeah, I know what you're
bikinis
talking about. A lot of
or
Spanish
they
speaking
wear
people
these
here.
form fitted and I'm like, boy, like it's like to me, like, whoa, but I would like that confidence is like, I don't care. This is me.
Sometimes that
Okay.
ain't
This is me.
confidence
I
though.
love me. That's confidence. It's confidence. Maybe you might, because that's the thing is they know that everybody's not going to like you. Everybody is not going to like my hair. Everybody's not going to like my nose, my skin complexion, but
Okay,
I do. I do.
good for them.
So that's how you got to be.
Yeah, number
Next,
9,
creative.
creative. Men don't want to be with someone who is just like everyone else. We want an individual, someone who's different, creative, who stands out from the crowd. Joash, talk to me. You like creative women?
Yeah, creative women are inspiring. They cause you to be creative yourself,
That's what
and
I
you
was trying to
connect
tell
with.
Mercedes, yo, when she creates some art and stuff, painting, like she don't know her husband might be inspired by it. It might, yeah,
Yeah, just try
yeah,
it,
that's the way to,
Mercedes.
to do that. Um, Kathy, are you creative?
Yes, I am. Kind of way.
How do you show your creativity so men can be attracted to it?
I do paint sometimes.
Have anybody ever seen your paintings?
Yeah, but not a man. Shania has.
So you trying to attract women?
No.
You only show Shania.
Yeah.
Anybody else do anything creative? I know cousin do. What about you, Shania and Jenny?
I
I do write. I express myself through writing. I used to write script. I was influenced by my father, and I'm actually not very vocal. I'm an introvert.
Well, do you share any of your writings with him? Do you share any of your writings with your husband?
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he knows.
Now he
Yeah,
knows.
I've
Do you
been
share
writing
any of
since
them
I
with
was
him?
in school.
That might be a way to
Yeah,
start conversations
yeah,
and stuff too.
he knows about it. Like back when blogging was not in yet, like it was not known. It was just starting off. I used to have my own blog site, and like, wow, when I look back, I'm like, oh, I wrote that. Like, I can't believe that I wrote those things.
Yeah, that's cool. I just make sure he compliments you on some of your work. Shanae, I'm gonna come to you on this one. Number 10, passionate. Passion is sexy. A woman who is passionate about her ideals, her career, her favorite cause or sport or political party. A woman who burns with intensity for the things that she cares about. Is that you, Shania?
yeah, I am passionate.
What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about the people I love. Like I'm passionate about my career. Like just having it. So, yeah.
Joash, how you feel about that? Passionate. Do you find women that are passionate to be sexy?
Yeah, they actually are attractive. It rubs on you. It makes you wow, something like that.
Okay, that's what's up. I think that passion is sexy too. I just it got to be to me. It still got to be kind of tame, like especially when you talk about political party and things like that. Like too much passion is a turnoff as well. So you know what I mean. But being passionate about something is definitely dope. You know what I mean. But too much passion can definitely be a little extreme and turn off. All right, number 11. Excuse me, number 11. Driven. There are a few things more enticing, more beautiful, and more awe-inspiring than a woman who is genuinely living her dream. A woman who has figured out what it is that she is passionate about and dedicated to her life to it. This is an interesting one right here, and I'm gonna point out to my girls that work for me right now that we was talking about this earlier today, and I was disappointed because some of the things that they were doing as hobbies and they was passionate about at the time, they let situations that could have been avoided and they could have worked out and thought through. Um, they could have let that be inspiring. They don't. They A lot of people don't understand like when you doing something. And I'm gonna use my wife for an example. My wife, um, she was in, she I bought her this watch and she would just walk around the house and she would just do stuff that I thought was kind of weird. And she kept doing it because she was trying to lose weight and work out. But at the same time, she would get up before me and go to sleep and be tired and get up. And she was dedicated to it. And after a while, I was like rubbing off. And I'm like, man, like, I feel like she outworking me now. Like she working out now and doing this, that, and the third. It's like she was starting to inspire me to want to get up and do it too. Know what I mean? And I just feel like when you are driven, that kind of rubs off on the people that are around you. So, you know what I mean? I wish these young ladies would have kept doing what they were doing because they probably would have inspired their husbands to start their own companies and do a whole bunch of things. They don't really know the impact that they could have had on the people around them, friends and family. You know what I mean? Um, but we're going to move on to number 11, driven. There are a few things more enticing and more beautiful. Is it the same one? I with that
Yeah,
one.
done
Number
with that.
12. I'm
Number
sorry.
12.
Number 12. Last but not least, a happy woman. A woman who laughs often, who radiates joy and gladness, who always brightens up your day and make you smile whenever you see her or think of her. This is one of my requirements for people who work for me. I get on Mercedes all the time, bro. You gotta smile, bro. Like, I don't want to be looking at you and you look sad and angry. I need people don't understand how much a smile what a smile can do. Just seeing somebody smile, the power of a smile, how it can radiate and ignite and spark fires. That and I also say hugs. Kathy, you like to smile?
You can tell. I do.
What about you, Shania? Are you a person that smiles a lot? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm a happy person.
So generally, you're a happy person. Joash, does your wife is she generally a happy person? Does she smiles a lot and she joyful?
Yeah, the Filipino smile.
What's the Filipino
you
smile?
know, even if there's storms, even if the the flood is already on the roof, people Filipinos can still smile, and say hi to the cameras, things like that. But I know what you're saying. It really is
Right.
an ability to choose to see the positive
Mercedes,
side.
with the
You're so
Filipino
right,
smile,
though.
Mercedes, because Mercedes don't be doing the Filipino smile in the last 2 weeks. I have to say something to force her to smile, man. What's up with that Filipino smile, Mercedes? I
I
learned something today.
did. I did the second week, right? But for the first week, I was horrible. But but on the second week,
Filipino.
I was smiling, right?
Okay, okay.
Maybe they got into a fight. Just
No,
kidding.
I was adjusting for the graveyard shift and all.
Jennifer, cousin, do you smile a lot? Do you feel like you're at this particular point in your life? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm
Is your
definitely
husband the
happy.
reason why you smile?
God is the reason why I smile.
That's a great answer. Yo, Ash, you buying that answer? You buying that answer, Yo
Huh?
Ash?
You better buy it. I ain't even selling it, but it's free. It's free. That's what makes me smile.
Oh man. All right, cuz you can take it away. You can close this out, cuz.
Well, this was awesome. We had a great time talking about the 10, what is it, 10 characteristics that women like in masculine men, and then ending it with
12.
how many? 12 characteristics that men like in feminine women. So thank you for joining us on Let's Talk About It. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Aaron, Kazo, and everybody having a
Joash, thanks
great
for
night.
joining us tonight, being a
Shout
special
out to
guest for us tonight, man. We greatly appreciate you, man. You enjoy the rest of y'all week. We'll talk to y'all later. We signing out. Holla at your boy. We out of here.